Hello everyone, it's Natalie and welcome to my channel, Find Joy in the Journey. I'm out here in the garden trying to decide what to do with my broccoli crowns. Should I harvest them or should I allow them to grow larger? Yes, I said harvest. This is mid-October and I started growing the Green Magic broccoli, I'd say towards the end of summer, maybe late August, early September. And so, yeah, I have broccoli that's ready to be harvested. Now, the Destiny, I hope you can hear me. The Destiny broccoli is not quite ready. Matter of fact, I'm a little concerned that it hasn't started forming broccoli crowns yet. But these are Green Magic, and I'll bring you a little closer so you can see. They actually have crowns. And I'm wondering if I should harvest these. I know it's not much, but you can actually break them apart into little small florets. And I can blanch those and freeze them. Also, I think it's time for me to start I'm going to bring you closer so you can see and also so you can hear me, okay? Okay, so here's a close-up of the plants that I'm talking about. These are the Green Magic broccoli plants, and as you can see, it's already formed a nice crown. Okay, there's only one in this container. Over there we have 3 more broccoli plants. This is also the Green Magic, and as you can see, they have formed crowns also. That one's much smaller, and there's another right there. Okay, the ones I'm concerned about is next to it. This is the Destiny broccoli, and these were actually planted before the Green Magic, and I was just a little concerned because they haven't quite formed the crowns yet. So I'm gonna go dig around in there and check on them. I'm going to snip some of those yellow leaves, check for insect damage, and then just look at the bottom of the container, check the roots, and it's probably time for some fertilizing. So we're going to dig around in there and see today. All right, let's go. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you one thing. The soil down here is dry. It is completely dry and hard. So not only am I going to go ahead and fertilize, I might even top dress. I might top dress it with compost and a good fertilizer. But top dressing is when I go in there and I basically freshen up the top of the soil. So it's the soil down here is so hard, and so it's really going to take some effort to kind of dig through it and loosen up, cultivate that top layer of soil, and then I'm going to add some fresh compost and a good fertilizer, and I guarantee you after that you'll see crowns beginning to form on these containers. Yeah, so I gotta go ahead and to get all my supplies ready. because I want everything near me, so I won't have to keep walking back and forth. I'm just going to set everything up. I'm going to go ahead and mix the compost and the fresh compost and fertilizer together. And then I'm going to snip some more of these old leaves off the bottom. And just get to the top. And oh, I need a container to remove the mulch. I have mulch on here. So I'm going to go ahead and get my supplies. I'll get started on that. Okay. I tell you what, I am so bothered right now because there's wasps just buzzing all around me. It's making me nervous. Okay, but so what I do when I call myself top dressing, this is what I call it, my containers or my raised bed, I take out all of the mulch. Look, but not my little, see, this is my broccoli tag here. Can you see that? And it is, the maturity date is 40 to 54 days. Okay? Compact and heat tolerant, flavorful, smooth dome. And so, in my opinion, it's been over 40 days going into the range where we're supposed to be seeing some growth. So I feel like maybe it's deprived of nutrients. And this container has lots of good drainage holes. Maybe I go too far with my drainage hose. So basically, these containers dry out real quick. So it could be that I'm not watering it enough or whatever. But it's just in my opinion, I feel like these plants should be farther along than this. Lots of leafy greens, but I want the actual broccoli heads to form. So I'm going to continue to remove the mulch. I hope you guys can see, not in the way. And because of the way the sun is, I can't see. Probably my little bushy head's in the way, huh? Like all we can see is her little bushy head. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. Also, what I brought over here is I got the majority of the mulch off. I got this little tool here. That's to kind of loosen things up down here, because it is really, really, woo. And I see lots of roots. Look at this. Wow. Okay. I'm loosening it up just a little. Sometimes I feel better when I do it with my hands. I just feel like I'm doing less damage if I do it with my fingers. But I'm going to loosen it up a little bit. I'll tell you what, I feel, honestly, that maybe I have too much in one container because it's full of roots. Okay? Can you see in there? Okay. Just want you to get a better look. But, get in here and cut off some more of these little leaves down here. I'm sorry, my head is in the way. I tried to put it in a position where you can see, but now I got my big head in the way. All right. Forgive me. Okay. You know my motto, I want less of this bushy foliage and more of the fruit or vegetable it's supposed to be growing. I mean, that's great when you start off with nice leafy greens, but if it's supposed to be producing some type of fruit or some type of vegetable, it's about that time that that shows up, and I don't see where the broccoli crowns. Well, they're in there, but I feel like it's deprived of nutrients. I'm getting a better look inside there. So the broccoli crowns, the little heads are trying to form. But I honestly believe this is gonna get supercharge it. What I'm doing here, just top dressing, this is gonna supercharge it. Okay, so let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I've pretty much got it all clean down there. Sorry, you can't see. I can't put the camera too far down in there. I'm sure you can see a little bit of it though. Right here, I have a balanced fertilizer. What I mean by balance is all the numbers, the N, the P, and the K are the same number. Like the fertilizer that I'm using is a 444, but I also added some organic bone meal. So I was wrong before when I said it was blood meal that's high in phosphorus. Blood meal is high in nitrogen, and it is bone meal that's high in, that has a higher phosphorus number. Okay, so I am going to. Oh, and I also have some fresh soil down here too. So I want to sprinkle it this first. Whoa, don't you fall. Right around the root of the plant. Okay? Right around the root. And I loosened it up with my fingers a little bit. I hope you can see. Right around the bottom, around near the root. And plus I cut some of those leaves so you can get some airflow down there too. And here come the wasps to scare me. But I ain't never scared. I got some broccoli I'm trying to grow. Okay. That's good and plenty. So I'm gonna turn it where you can see. Get some of these little leaves off the bottom so we can get some airflow down here. There we go. Look. Your leaves were beautiful, but I need my broccoli now. Those leaves were nice. It's time for my broccoli heads to start forming. All right, so let's get a look. Can you see that? You hear the wasp, don't you? You see he's antagonizing me. Okay. Okay, and then after that, I add the soil, some fresh soil down here. And then I'm gonna water it in. I think this is really gonna supercharge it. It really is. Yeah, I could tell, and like I said, if I could get up close, you can see that the heads are starting to form. They're very small. But I don't know why I feel like I planted the Destiny broccoli before I planted the Green Magic. And I just felt like it should be further along. And probably at the same level of growth as the Green Magic. Maybe I'm wrong. But there is a difference. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have put so many in one container. You know what? I wish I could smack you. I wish I had my fly swatter here so I could smack the dickens out of that wasp. I am like a sharpshooter with my fly swatter when I'm hitting wasps because I'm afraid of them. Well, I don't want to be stung. I've only been stung by a wasp one time in my entire life, believe it or not. But it's not a good feeling. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put my mulch back on. Yeah. Yes, before I water it, I'm going to put the mulch back. It'll keep it from wearing away at my my new soil I just put down there. So yeah, the water is going to go through the mulch, and it's going to get where it needs to go. It's going to hit that. Look, this is just the way I do it, and I'm showing you how I do it. But if you know a different way or you feel it's not right, that's quite all right. You okay, baby? Something got you? Look, the wasp are out. Did they get you, Joshy? You okay? Look, I just did this first one, but I'm not gonna make you watch me do all of them. Just wanted you to see this one. So, and that was quick. I noticed the more I do this, the quicker I am at it. So, basically, step one, remove the old layer of mulch that exposes the soil underneath. I noticed that the soil was tight and it was dry and hard. So what I did is I hand cultivated, which is I just took my little fingers and dug around in there and loosened up that soil to the best of my ability, because it really is tightly bound, root bound in here. So I do believe I do have too many broccoli plants in one container. Okay, so it's competing for nutrients, it's competing for water. Yeah, okay. But I also cut some of the leaves off so it can have more airflow. Okay. And also the yellowing leaves. So remove the mulch, cultivate the soil a little bit, or just loosen that soil up a little bit. Added my fertilizer. I used the balanced fertilizer of 444, and then I also used, that's why it's a different color. That's bone meal, but that dark brown color, it's normally bone meal is like a light sandy color, but this one's organic. So that's why it's a darker brown. So you got your organic bone meal and also that balanced fertilizer. And I sprinkle that around the bottom near the root of the plant. And then after that, I covered it with some fresh soil that has just everything in it. Perlite. I didn't just use plain compost, which I have in the past just used plain compost. So, but this has compost in it. Plus it has peat moss and all that stuff. So I basically I didn't pull out just plain composted cow manure. I used some soil that I had, and I just basically top dressed it. Put more soil on top of the fertilizer that I had put on there, and then mulch. Put the mulch back on there, and now I'm going to water it in because it was dry, bone dry. I want to go ahead and do it now so you can see me do it. But actually, I would normally wait until everything was completely done because I really don't want to work in a wet area. But I just want you to see as I water it in how the mulch keeps the soil that I put in place there. It keeps it from wearing away. I'm watering in good. Gotta go get some more water. Okay. Finish watering everything in. And like I said, this container was bone dry. I'm surprised that the actual plants hadn't started withering or going limp because that container was bone dry. So I'm going to go ahead and finish doing all of them. And then I'm going to let you see the end product. But I just want you to see the first one because it's time consuming. Like I said, I got to do all those steps and I don't want to make you watch all of that. So I'll come back on later once I'm finished. I wanted to show you what I was using in there. It's the bone meal and it's organic. Okay. Phosphorus and calcium. All right, so this is like really perfect for my potatoes. I actually did use it in the potatoes. Okay, and then I have this Rejuvenate plant food. It's all purpose. It's a blend of organic and natural ingredients. All right. And it is a 444. Okay. And with the bone meal, it is 680. Okay, so it has nitrogen, it has phosphorus. All right. Just wanted to let you see that. Did all of my containers, all but this one. This is the Arcadia broccoli, and there's actually 4 plants in this one container. So I have 2 Green Magic containers with Green Magic broccoli in it, and I have 2 Destiny broccoli containers. The Destiny broccoli was definitely not getting all the nourishment that it needed because there's too many plants in one container. I overdid it this year. I actually have 4 in each container. That plant over there, the Green Magic, is probably growing the largest head because it's in a container by itself. So it's not competing with any other plant or any other roots for the nutrients. Okay? This Green Magic broccoli plant has actually 3 in there. It has 3, and there's probably a little competition, but not as much as the Destiny broccoli containers because they each have 4 plants in there. And when I went in there and I touched the soil, it was tight, it was hard because it's full of roots. So instead of going in there and ripping them apart, they'll probably destroy the plant. I decided to let them go ahead and stay in there. I loosened up the soil as much as I possibly could. I added my little mixture here of bone meal and a good balanced fertilizer, and a real good one. Has rich nutrients in it. I added that, and then I added more soil, a lot more soil than I did on these plants because, see, these were recently transplanted. I'd say about maybe 3-4 weeks ago, I recently transplanted the Green Magic plants into the new containers. So I didn't really need to build up the soil as much. I just wanted to go ahead and give it a good fertilizing. But with the Destiny broccoli, you actually needed to, in that case, I don't even know if you want to call it top dressing. I needed to build up the soil. So I actually added the fresh soil, added that fertilizer and bone meal, and put the mulch back on there. And now I'm going to water it in. But I do have this one plant, this container to get to first, and then I'll water everything in. Okay? Okay. I am done. So now I'm just going to put the mulch back on there. Oh, I shouldn't have taken my glove off. Yuck. Okay, I'm putting it back on. I don't want to touch the mulch with my bare hand. Okay. But if I can lean you in a little bit, I want you to see how fresh it looks now that I have just removed that layer of mulch. I redressed the top of it by putting the fertilizer and adding some fresh soil. Just look at the difference in the soil. Okay, so that was done to all the broccoli plants. So I'll probably do the same thing to the cabbage pretty soon. Maybe even the other beds that may need a little pep me up. Who knows? But definitely the broccoli needed it. I'm pretty sad to find out that I have been depriving my poor Destiny broccoli of nutrients. Those plants are in there competing for the nutrients that's being fed to them. So, my bad, and I know next time do not try to stuff all those plants in one container. So I'm going to go ahead and add the mulch back. Oops. There we go. Oh, almost took. I don't know why I have a thing about gloves. I know I need them, but I'm so used to just feeling everything with my bare hands. I feel like I have better control over this. But with these sticks, with this mulch, I definitely need them. Okay. That layer of mulch is going to protect the soil from erosion and also is going to lock in moisture in the soil. Or retain moisture. How about that? The plants are probably saying, "Oh, so refreshing." So refreshing. Okay. All right. There we go. So next, maybe even tomorrow, I'll get to the outer leaves on the cabbages over there, and I'll do the same thing. I may top dress them also, hit them with some fertilizer, not just the water. You can do just water soluble fertilizer. That's good also. You know, I've done that a good bit with a lot of my plants, but I just feel like it needed the extra nutrients. Okay? All right, you guys. I'm going to sign off now and finish caring for my garden. And I'll just let you watch me water everything in. But I wanted to say bye and thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, and thank you to my new subscribers. I'm glad you joined me on the journey. I just appreciate you taking the journey with me, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. I'm just going to water the plants in, okay? All right. All righty.